Episode 15. It's been one of those days. It has indeed been one of those days. So, when I was looking out here by the sawmill, Bixler's boards, I noticed that we had also the oil field, which goes to both peat moss petropercolations and Brent's benzines. So, we could build a yard here, a single line for delivering those boards to here, keep one train going, so we'd have to double line for a siding right in here and then bridge over the road so that it lets us have our speed run for the bus down the road. And that's an option. That is a huge option, guys. The other interesting thing is both of the tree farms are this one and this one that go back over here to Bixler's as we go past. Scratch his tooth there. We're going to call that one Hades Towered, I think, when we connect into it. That'll let us also do a passenger run out to here from Malafield, which would grant us some passengers for recreation as well as work for both of these two locations. This is beginning to sound like a plan. And I don't know about you, but I love it when a plan comes together. And unfortunately, we've got a traffic jam going. Waiting for clearance, yeah. All right, Mr. Waiting for clearance, you're going back to the depot so that we can do a... Yes, I did do a save off camera. Little road thing and put a choose signal there. Now I can take and turn you back off, and he should start rolling back and forth. All right. Getting ready to go drain that finished final dregs out of that first pot of coffee, made pot, for those tracking Dave caffeination in the day that recording's occurring on. No, I'm not going to tell you what day. Yeah, I know there's ways you can find out if you're curious. It's good for you to be curious. It's good for you to suffer frustration too, occasionally, I've been told. All right. So we've got everything set up, and it is time to begin putting things into this, which is the Bixler's yard, Bixler platform. And to set it up, let's do a rail system, because that's a long haul for a truck. And lots of nice level areas out here. I'm going to have an in and an out, of course, making it considerably longer than any of the others we've had before, because now we're going to start playing with the long train setups. Get this guy out here, and he's going to come from that one first. And then we'll go like that to get to him with a rail service spur of some sort here. And I do have a choke point here. There is only turn on the old grid. As you can see, only one spot, one narrow spot without doing any terraforming. And I'm trying to avoid terraforming because we are not growing our bank account. While the net worth and the assets is going up, and the assets, as you can see, we had a downgrade over time. Our assets are coming up, But as vehicles go obsolete, we're having problems with that. Then we're going to do something like this. Yeah, that looks workable. There we go. One more just to take it over and show that early on we're going to have a different style of setup here. I know I said I was trying to avoid certain things, but sometimes you got to do that in order to there. Do it there, blow that, because we haven't started using that. Now we can blow this. This will let us have a passing lane. We're going to have to take out this guy so that he can have multiple coming through. And that means we've got to start considering either tunneling under one direction and coming back to get on, or something else. And it might also be that we need to tell that train, that passenger train, until we figure out how we're going to do this, and maybe change his routing to utilize the horseshoe. And that's the horseshoe train right there. Okay, so as we're recording, this is again episode 15. This is the Devil's Towers Fixit 1969 game that I'm playing. Just trying to make certain I have done this right before I get going. Looking over the connections. Oops. Hi. Blow that section. You just became an out. You became an in. You're an in. That's my crossing for now, because we're only going to serve the fuel first. Get the fuel functional. And again, I'm trying to have as few turns as I can. And get him out. We're going to have a big double back, but not much I can do about that right away. Yes, I could turn him sooner and make it a tighter and extend his yard this way. And we might do that down the road. This is a production only. Whoops, production only. There we go. And because of terraforming issues there, where we're trying to save money, we're not going to take and do more than one platform here as well. All right. Everything's set up. And I think what we will do is build an oil thing where a train will come through here, but he won't connect into this. He'll come up, jump over, and then tie back in here. I might jump him here and then bring him back to tie here, so that the passenger train cuts down its runs. All right, let's go ahead and speed this guy back up on the stretches we know we need him on. Good old control. line to get him out to where we need him at. And let's go ahead and dispatch another train. Now we tried this guy. This guy's got a little bit less power. This guy's too slow. Or is he? How much does this train cost? 65, 61 versus 75. Yeah, not good. Hold on to those. Those can be used for short runs. That can be done, rapid back and forths. In fact, I could probably put the boards from Bixler's on there, or better yet, put the logs. Put the logs on him. Well, again, I'm not caring about a super high speed. I don't care that I stay at the 100. My tanker cars are kind of limited to begin with. While they're set for 100, tankers slosh. It's going from there to delivering at peat moss. 100% load. It's the desert to peat moss oiler. Come back out to this one. He goes to both, remember. So down the road, I need to add another guy. He goes to just peat moss. So the dedicated to just peat moss has worked there. Here, we're going to need to start thinking about a second line and a second platform to load up for Brent's benzines and how to get stuff to Brent's. Because right now, there's not a true connection. And I think we're going to have to utilize this spot here and this wide spot to begin doing things. Hey, I'm Kelly Jack. Thanks for watching. It's 13:55. I can see a spot. If we can take and get this tightened in so that we can do a simple bridge here instead of a super long one, we can drop down a short bridge across, dropping down, and then bring him in to tie in here. That'll let us eliminate the tunnel. Tunnels again cost $100 a month, whereas 80 or 50. High speed, of course, the elevated track costs a fortune, and the steel girder bridges cost even more. I'm not worried about a high speed on that because really 100 clicks. The Abros only run 90. We're not running high speed rail yet. That is for down the road. So this might be a good time to do a little fix right there There we go. Just like I said, grab the stone bridge, do that stunt. I know we're trying to get rid of our bridges, but at the same time, I'm not. I'm going to do, because it's coming out of a station I'm not as worried about a lot of things that I normally would be worried about. Oops. And drop him fast so that I can extend this station down the road. There he goes. Now we can serve the petrol plant on that same train, which should increase his flow once we increase bus service back in town. All right, 16 minutes, 30 seconds in. Nothing personal. The coffee cup is empty. It's time to go refill it. I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.